I'm here. I'm sorry I'm a day late. I was busy yesterday was my kid's last day of school, and just having a hard time getting on here and getting it done. So, but I'm here. I'm here, and to all the new people who subscribe, thank you. I appreciate you. I see you, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It makes everything better. I can do some lives and stuff, and I would love to do some lives. So with that being said, I'm gonna shout out to my friend Teresa from Crotter's Crochet. So I'm going to be doing something that I didn't think I would actually do, called Battle of the Stitches. It's going to be happening in June, where I'm going to be doing some tutorials and such, where I'm going to be showing you how to do a lace fan, and I'm going to be creating something of my own out of that stitch. Also, I just found the coolest earrings. So, my body cannot take any metal at all going through it. Like, if it's laying on top of it, that's fine. I can wear jewelry on top, no issues whatsoever. Yeah, that's fine. But put it through it, my body is like, nope, I'm gonna reject it, gonna get hot and infected and icky, so I found this company called Made by Emma, and they have these lovely earrings. They are they're plastic. The posts are plastic, so sorry, like, here I am. Now I gotta put it back in. Find the hole. And I've been wearing them. Well, I got the mail like in the middle of the afternoon, so in the early afternoon. So I've been wearing them like half the day, and they have not bothered my ears at all. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I love it. Yay, I found earrings I can wear, and I have on these cute little mushrooms. I have some other earrings I bought that are gonna go. I thought I brought them in to show you all, but they ended up somehow out of my bag. So, yeah, so sorry. So I brought my crochet project that I brought is this baby blanket that I'm still working on. But I think it's gotten a lot farther. I'm down to the last skein of yarn. So I think it looks pretty cool. Very earth tones and all that. And I'm using a, I don't know, ripple stitch, whatever, to make the ripple. It's all double crochets. It just goes in steps of 3s. It's just 3 double crochets in one stitch, go down, and you 3 double crochets together, and then 3 double crochets up, 3 double crochets in one stitch, and that's how we it makes the little ripple pattern. It's once you learn it, it's really easy once you learn it. Although This one isn't a tutorial. I will be doing a tutorial for the first time. So that kind of scares me. We'll have to figure out how to do that. And I'll probably be just my hands doing that. So anyway, yeah, so going on in my life chat, my kids got out of school, and so they're now on summer vacation, so that's kind of crazy. I feel like I signed up for do this crazy thing, and my kids are out of school, and I'm like, I have to film somehow while my kids are home. So my videos are probably going to come out in the evening now, because that's when I can post them when my kids are home. That's also when I can make them. When my kids are home. When my husband is home and he's like, I gotta go live and do my YouTube stuff. And I'm like, he's like, I haven't gone live in months. And it's like, well, I'm committed. So I gotta do my stuff. Gotta do it. Anyway, and hopefully I'll get with my reading stuff tomorrow and keep on track with that. And I have to learn more about filming and editing and stuff, but I'll get there. People say it's really, really easy. I'm like, okay, if you say so. I'm not the most tech savvy person, and I got on this too, mostly just for fun. Oh, sorry, that was my door opening. One of my cats decided she was gonna visit me. So, yeah. Should have more to talk about with y'all. Or do a more zoom up on my crochet. So last week we talked about vulnerability. I wanted to get into stuff more on that, because we're working on I want to talk a little bit about anxiety, because what brought me into crochet was anxiety. I learned to crochet just after my second child, my first daughter, was born. And with my kids, I didn't have like the postpartum depression. I had postpartum anxiety with my kids. So I had horrible, horrible anxiety. And I already suffered from anxiety, so it's not like it was a surprise, to say the least, that really that I had anxiety as an issue, although I was more prepared for postpartum depression when I had my son, and I was hit with this horrible anxiety. I was like, what is this? I didn't make a connection with him and other things like that. And I was like, what's wrong with me? It's anxiety. And I want you to know, if that ever happens to you, you are okay. You are normal. You probably need to see a doctor. You probably need to get on some meds. I was put on Lexapro, and you know what? It made everything a whole lot better. For me, some people can manage their anxiety without medication. I am not one of those people. I am on a few meds for my anxiety. So just so you're aware. See, the whole point of vulnerability is being able to ask for help. You have to be able to be vulnerable to ask for help. And, that was the whole thing of it. I wish I could manage my anxiety without meds. I wish I could, but I can't. If you can't manage your anxiety without meds, there's nothing wrong with you. Okay? You have the chemical receptors in your brain. The chemicals in your brain are not quite firing and receiving right, and you need help with it. And that's all there is to it. And it's okay to receive help from medication. There's nothing wrong with you getting help from medication if you are able, because I'm a Christian, and I know people like be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and that's in the Bible. It's one of my favorite Bible verses, actually, Philippians 4:7. But that's not talking about clinical anxiety. That's talking about like just worry. The anxious feeling you have when you get worried and stuff like that. And general anxiety you feel that is manageable. That most people, just almost everybody gets. Everybody worries sometimes, and it's absolutely normal. If you have clinical anxiety, you need to see your doctor, and you need to probably have a therapist that you see that helps you with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not there's nothing wrong with that. And if you are a Christian and somebody spouts that crap at you, you have clinical anxiety, you are not less of a Christian if you need extra help in dealing with it. Okay, God's got your back. He still loves you. He wants you to get help. Okay. You're not. And if you're not a Christian, then that's fine too. You still are not bad for needing help. Okay? Everybody has. And if you're not so lucky as to be able to get that kind of stuff, I'm horrifically sorry. We do not have the best government in place right now. I did say it. I'm not gonna take that back. For getting the kind of care that we need for that kind of medicine. I watched a documentary on it. It was terrible. It made me cry. And because there are people out there that can't get medication and stuff like they need. And it's just awful. that are, you know, need it, that don't have insurance and money to be able to afford the medication. And if they did, if they could, they'd be perfectly all right people. But since they're not, they're homeless and um unfortunate. It's terribly unfortunate. But if you are able to get help and get medication and do it, you are not, again, you're not bad, you're not wrong, you know, you're not a bad person. You're a good person. I mean, we are working together and we've got to be here for each other, right? So that's my big up of the day, is that, you know, anxiety is something that happens, and it can happen to everybody. And sometimes there are ways to get through it and coping mechanisms to get through it. And if you have that, I hope that you use that too. You know, deep breathing, meditation, doing all those things, prayer. I use those things as well. So, um, those are tools in my toolbox. That I've had when I got pregnant with my third. I had to get off most of my anxiety medication except for my Lexapro, and whew, that did a number on me. And I spent a lot of time listening to like meditation apps and Bible verse apps. Well, mostly YouTube, but I spent a lot of time doing that, listening to it, just like, 'cause it was like the thing that kept me calm, right? And breathing, trying to take deep breaths to get through life. Because I had two other kids that I had to take care of, and yeah, I had a husband, but they needed them. They needed their mom. So anyway, and no means am I a doctor. I'm just a human being who has struggled with my own issues. And like I said, if you struggle with anxiety and you haven't seen a doctor, you should very well go see a doctor. If you're struggling in life, and it's just a phase in life, but it is important to have things in your toolbox. And I always say everybody can benefit from having a therapist. Therapy, and a therapist could tell you whether or not you need clinical help as well. You know, they have enough. They have enough training to go. This is, you need to seek. You need to seek medical help. You know. They aren't psychiatrists, but they can usually send you to one. So, well, not send you one. They can usually recommend one, or they can tell you can go to your doctor and they can recommend one, or they can help you with. They can put you on medication too. Your doctor's an MD that can put you on medication. So, But like I said, therapy is always a good idea. And I always say a licensed therapist is really good, but sometimes we can't do that. You have a friend, you have somebody that you trust that you can talk to and you can be extremely vulnerable with and tell the good, the bad, and the ugly to. Then there is at least something there that can help you. I mean, I'm not saying that they can solve all your problems because they are not professionals either, but at least then you're label you're able to get to get some of your stuff out and everything. Anyway, so that's my advice for the week, is talk to somebody and if you have anxiety, you are not bad, and get it checked out if you need to. Most normal people have it. And you're very lovable. You're worth loving. I know that's a struggle. That's a struggle. You're worth loving. And you're worth loving. You are so worth loving. And anxiety has its own superpowers too, because you're aware of things that other people wouldn't necessarily be aware of. So take that, think about it. And I am at the end of this row, and I think we are going to be at the end of this session because I don't have a lot more to say on anxiety. And all I can ask for is please continue to pray for my mother-in-law. Send her good vibes because she is still suffering from they're going to start radiation on her pretty soon. So we thought she was going to start chemo, but according to my husband, talked to them, and now we're being told that she's going to do radiation. So there's that. So my anxiety is a little bit high on that because I don't want bad things for her. I want good things for her, and I love her. It's always a little bit high when you have kids because they're always a little bit crazy, but I love having kids and I wouldn't change having my babies. So, but anyway, if you do that, I would send positive thoughts her way. I greatly appreciate it. And send them my way. As my aunt passed away, I still don't know what's going to happen with her, with whether or not they're going to do a funeral or a memorial or anything, my family. And I'm going to have to go across the country to be at it. So anyway, I laugh. I don't laugh because I'm happy. I'm laughing because it's just, it's better than crying. And anyway, because otherwise I don't have anything new going on in my life. Just the same old practice. Same stuff, different day. And except my kids got out of school. Now I have my kid. Now I have 3 kids at home all day. We went to the park today. I guess I could tell you. We went to the park today. Let them take them out, and that was a lot of fun to take them out. Except my little one fell. She got a little bump. She's okay. She didn't hurt herself real bad or anything. She just got a little bump on her head. But yeah. And then I decided to go to the thrift store, and that is always an interesting time because you know, thrift stores, you always find interesting things at thrift stores. So, but I ended up being able to get several like skirts for my little one who definitely needs them as the weather's getting warmer. So that's good. And it's always nice to get them secondhand because it's greener. So anyway, with that, I had a big migraine today too, so I am tired from all that. That just took a lot out of me. So if I seemed rambling today, that would be why. Migraine City. My neck hurts again, so I'm like, I better put some. I have some essential oils, and I have. That's me like stretching my neck because my neck hurts like both sides. I have some essential oils, but I put some essential oils on and take some Tylenol and yeah, chill. So anyway, with that being said, I will hope you have a good evening, and I will see you